So the other day I put the joists up and I totally forgot to make a video. And then yesterday I went ahead and started on the ceiling. So yeah, sorry about that. But all the joists are up, as well as put on autofocus, as well as the railing on the inside. There's one there. This one I did differently, it doesn't look as nice. And then around back, it's hard to get back here. Around back, I have one right there. And what I used to do is I would take those little matchsticks and just glue them to the ground one after another, and then I would glue the piece on top. But that's hard to do, especially when you have a lot of them. So what I did is I just made like a mini wall. I got a bottom piece, a top piece, and then I glued them all in the middle, and then I glued that down. So as you can tell on that one, see on the bottom there's like a flat piece on the ground. But if you look at this one, there's not. They're just glued right to the ground. So that's how I did that differently. And then I did the ceiling. That's what it looks like underneath. Again, there won't be light shining through once I'm done. Looks pretty nice. I did the ceiling differently on this house than I did on the last one. What I did on the last house is, see how I cut the ends at an angle? I didn't do that on the last house. I just made them, flat like I did on the first story. And then I went around the perimeter where there was going to be roof rafters, and I just put a piece on flat like this all the way around the perimeter. And I did a little thing on the side here, put a piece like that. So basically I raised the whole thing up as if there was another floor here. And then once that was there, I put the rafters resting on top of that, so the rafters were raised up a little bit. But I don't like that because, I don't know, the roof just isn't as attached to the actual house. There's like a thing in between, and I don't know, it seems like it could come off if you were to pick the house up by the roof, even though that's still in one piece. It just doesn't seem as strong. So I cut these at an angle, and each roof joist or roof rafter is gonna go just right next to each one of these. And it'll go, like that kind of. It'll also be cut at an angle, but each one will just go right here, and then I'll fill in the gables. So I did all this roofing yesterday. That's a lot for one day. I worked a little bit longer than I normally would. It was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And I hate working for that long, but I'm on break now, and I have like nothing to do. I'm off work for a few days here, because we have 2 college kids in my department that are back from their break, and so my hours went from like 24 hours a week to like 12. So I have a little bit more free time. So I had like nothing to do yesterday, and then today it's like 5 o'clock right now, so I might work on it a bit. But yeah. Oh, earlier today, me and my friend went, and there's an old abandoned farmhouse thing, and we went, and we couldn't get inside it, but we went around the property and took pictures of it. So maybe I'll upload that, maybe I won't. I think I might go back and try to get better footage, try to get inside of it. So we'll have to go back there, but that's what I did today. And I washed my car. And we also drove around in the mud a little bit before I washed my car. So that's really all I have to show you. Nothing more than that, I guess. So I'll go ahead and finish the ceiling. Not sure how long that'll take me. It is Christmas break. It'll probably take me a day per room. I think I already talked about that. And then assuming I work on it 2 days a week or 3 days a week, you could figure that out. So it'll probably take like 2 weeks or so at least. And then once I'm done with that, then the fun stuff, actually no, then I have to do the lights. And then the fun stuff starts while, if I can talk, while I start on the roof. So the roof is always the fun part. I don't know, I enjoy the roof. So it will be a long process to do the roof, however. Believe it or not, about a third of the time it took me to build that was spent working on the roof. Because, I mean, it's huge, and the roof on this house won't be as big as the roof on that house. It won't be as tall as at least. So, I think I'm going to go work on this now. Probably going to do this room. So, here's the time lapse then of the joists and the ceiling section. I didn't even move the camera since I made that time lapse, so that's where it ends, looking up like that. So